At Westfield High, a well-intentioned but clueless teacher decided to address a growing issue at school dance's students getting a little too close while dancing. Instead of simply reminding students about appropriate behavior, he took things a step further. To make sure everyone understood, he recorded a school-wide PSA, explaining in explicit detail what grinding was and why it wasn't allowed. The problem? Most students had no idea what grinding even meant until he described it. At the end of the PSA, he made an offer. If anyone still doesn't understand, feel free to stop by my office, where I'll be using visual aids to demonstrate proper dance etiquette. By lunchtime, half the school was lined up outside his office, either out of sheer curiosity or to witness the spectacle firsthand. The rumor spread like wildfire. By the afternoon, students refused to return to class, claiming, "Mr. Carter is giving live demonstrations on how to grind." The faculty had an emergency meeting. In an attempt to fix things, they scheduled an optional after-school assembly where he would clarify everything. But instead of calming the situation, it only fueled the chaos. When the time came, the auditorium was packed, not just with students but even with teachers who couldn't believe what was happening. Parents were called, buses were delayed, and the entire school schedule fell apart as everyone waited to see how far this disaster would go. The teacher, completely unaware of the storm he had created, confidently walked on stage and began his demonstration. It was a train wreck. The moment he finished, silence filled the room. Then, without warning, students erupted in laughter. Teachers covered their faces, and parents whispered among themselves. A few days later, we found out he had become unavailable for future school events. Some say he transferred, others say he quit teaching altogether. Either way, no one ever brought up grinding at a school dance again.